It's 11:30 at night in Manhattan. You just got home from dinner and you're standing in your hallway. Your key snaps off inside the lock. You aren't thinking about SEO at this moment. You aren't reading blog posts. You're pulling out your phone and you're searching for locksmith NYC because you need someone at your door in 20 minutes. Because look, I don't care that your studio apartment is 400 square feet and costs 4 grand a month. It's still better than that hallway. You need to get inside. Here's the reality. While these SEO gurus are telling locksmiths to write articles about 5 tips to stay safe, there are businesses in this local pack winning and losing thousands of dollars every single night based on a decision that someone is going to make in 6 seconds. If you aren't in the map pack, when that key breaks, your business may as well not exist. So today, I'm going to break down the Locksmith NYC local pack. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is Locksmith NYC. All right, so on top, of course, we see sponsored results. I'm not interested in the sponsored results here. I want to see the actual organic results that Google has picked out. So I'm just going to ignore these sponsored results and scroll right down. Now, Google will show us these 3 options, the top 3. These aren't necessarily the 3 best locksmiths. These are the 3 that have optimized for Google's local map pack rankings the best. So I'm going to go a little bit broader and look beyond just this top 3 and do something that no one ever does. I'm going to hit more businesses. So the 3 that we have Top Notch, Golden Key, and Rainbow. So let's go ahead and open their 3 websites. Now, it is nice to see all 3 of the top 3 have this schedule button. Notice that both here and on the Google search results directly, there was no call button. If I click on it, then the call button comes up, a recent change that Google made. The call is now buried 1 click below. Below these top 3, I see a bunch of websites that don't have the schedule functionality, just the website button. Here we go. Here's a schedule functionality. So what I'd like to look at when I'm looking for the best locksmith who would be able to help me as fast as possible is the review quality and quantity. So the top 3 are pretty solid. 1300 4.9, 800 4.9, 600 5.0. But we can see Mr. Locks only a little bit below 4.8, but 991. So Mr. Locks has more reviews than either of the other 2. So let's go ahead and we can check out Mr. Locks as well. But I'm going to go ahead and start. Let's start with Top Notch Locksmith. All right, so this is the #1 ranked locksmith in New York City for the search Locksmith New York City. Let's see what they're doing correctly. Now, I always start by looking at the title tag. We should see Locksmith NYC in the title tag. And in fact, we do. Locksmith NYC, fastest 24/7 locksmith services in New York City. That is what I would expect to see for someone ranking #1. Now, right after the title tag, the next important thing is to look at the H1, the primary heading. I could look at the source code to see where the actual H1 tag is, but that's not how Google evaluates it anymore. Google isn't paying attention to the source code. Google is just rendering the website most recent version of mobile Chrome and looking for the text that's the biggest. That seems like the primary heading. So that's going to be right here. And again, we see locksmith and NYC in the H1, which is what we want to see. Okay, makes sense that they're ranked #1. So this is just a stuffed list of services. Not great. I'd probably get rid of this. It might help with conversions. I like the hero image. This is good. Professional, trained, expert locksmith, 24/7, first to be there. So first to be there is pretty good, right? I care a lot about that if I need a locksmith. Professionally trained, expert locksmith technicians local to NYC. That feels generic, like a platitude. It does not feel very interesting to me as a potential consumer for this. So I would probably replace this with something else that talks to, the person stuck at 11 p.m. waiting for the locksmith to show up. Okay, and then we immediately go into a history lesson on the business. Classic mistake. We see this all the time. Again, right? My key just broke off in the deadbolt. I don't want to read a history lesson about your business. I want to find out if you're the right locksmith for me to call. So this feels like a mistake. If there's interesting things here that they want to highlight, then those should be highlighted, not as a history lesson. What I'm looking for some social proof. Do we have any? I like this. The van shot shows they're, not like a fly-by-night operation. They have a real car. Reviews and ratings from our customers. So this is definitely something I would move way up. Like I want to see this right below the fold. Social proof is a huge deal. We often see conversions grow significantly by just moving social proof higher on the page. Keep coming down. Form fill, in a few words, describe your issue. This feels like way too much information they're asking for, right? It should be name, phone number. That's probably about it. The fewer things that a person has to fill in, the more likely you are to get form fills. If you have a lot of spam issues, then maybe add more or add a CAPTCHA, but like this is too many boxes. Okay, and then we get the Google Maps embed, which is fabulous to see. Now, let me take a look at their structured data so we can see structured data testing tool. And we'll go to the schema markup validator and we're going to put in their homepage URL and run tests. Okay, so we have web page schema and that is it. We don't have anything else. So 100% they should be adding more schema to their landing page. They should at the very least add local business schema and they can definitely add article schema. They have web page. There's a lot, they can add a lot of other schema that would be a lot more illustrative to both Google and AI systems. I'm interested, now that I see they have no AI, Top Notch Locksmith is the company name. I'm wondering if ChatGPT recommends them. I need a fast locksmith in Manhattan, NYC. Who should I call? Now, sometimes ChatGPT uses schema. There's a lot of evidence recently that it may not be using it as much as it did in its early days. But let's take a look at what ChatGPT says. Did you see that? It said searching Reddit, so searching Facebook. Call your building super. Okay. So Mr. Locks, remember they were ranked 4th, okay? USA Locksmith, K&D, and Arties. None of the top 3. Definitely top-notch locksmithing. They're ranked number 1 on the maps, but AI is not recognizing them. This is clearly a problem. We see Google Maps moving more and more toward AI. They've integrated the Ask Maps feature on mobile devices, which is, again, looking for more and more AI, and they're not showing up in ChatGPT. Definitely, they need to make sure that they have their schema properly implemented so that they're showing up in AI searches. I am interested in taking a look at Mr. Locks here, ranked number 4th, and was ChatGPT's number 1 selection. It's interesting, of course, Google's AI uses virtually the same technology that ChatGPT does. In fact, Google invented it first. So we would expect not dissimilar results from Google's AI and ChatGPT, but Google's AI is only on mobile for the Ask Maps feature at the moment. Okay, so again, start with the title tag, Locksmith NYC. That's what I would expect. And professional locksmith services, we don't see NYC or the city. We always like to put the city name in the H1. So a minor adjustment, I would highly recommend they make that. Their hero image is this video. We have tested this. We have seen over and over again that when hero images are anything more than plain static images, they will typically drive conversions down. So if they replace this video, yeah, it might look nice, but if they replace this with a static image, I would expect this website to convert better. Not necessarily rank better, but to convert better. So definitely something that we would recommend to replace this with a static image. So we'll come on down. So we got some locksmith services, some clients. This is okay. A locksmith you can trust. Again, you know, this might be important, but the way that it's phrased here, it's a wall of text. If I need someone straight away, I'm not going to sit and read this. The highlights here should be pulled out and highlighted in a bullet point list, and you know, something that looks a little bit more like what we did here, right? What Top Notch did here. Like, this looks good. Pull out some of these short, punchy aspects. What makes you different from your competitors? Highlight it like that, not these walls of text. A random list of brands. This is just a horrible old image, a random bullet, and then there's nothing else. Okay, so we don't have a GBP embed. Let's see if we have any schema. Run new test. Okay, we have article schema, marginally better than the web page schema, but still missing local business schema. We do have the web page name, part of website. Yeah, so we're still missing local business schema. We do have that it's an organization. Published in 2011. All right. Okay, we have the person who presumably owns it, the description. If you're just reading this article schema, you get a lot more information that this actually is a local business than what we saw on Top Notch. That could be a small part of why ChatGPT is recommending them. On top of that, we also saw that they do have pretty solid reviews, but fewer than Top Notch. Why are they not ranking on Google? They just don't have any content on this GBP landing page. This is very, very short. I just got to see, like, what's the word count? All right. So here we go. The word count of their homepage, 687 words. I would consider that to be thin. That's almost certainly a big part of why they aren't ranking on maps, even though ChatGPT is recommending them. So 100%, if they hired us, we'd get rid of this video, we'd make it a static image, we'd add more content, we'd add more depth, we'd add testimonials, we'd add the GBP embed. This should be an easy win. There's a lot of small things that Mr. Locks can do here that Google's map algorithm will reward. They already got the hard part down, right? They got ChatGPT to recommend them first. That's harder than getting Google Maps algorithm to recommend you. Definitely some small, easy things that they could do. I'm curious as to how large their website is, actually. Let's see. So they have 184 million results. They have 0 results. Nothing is indexed. Okay, so they have 857 results. Okay, Mr. Lock, if you're watching this, your GBP is linking to, and you can see it in the lower left corner here, it's linking to www.mr-locks.com. That's this website, which looks to be an exact copy of your actual website. The website that is indexed on Google is mrlocks.com with no www. This is a subdomain error in setting up the website. The www should be forwarding to the non-W or vice versa. It doesn't look like that's happening. The result of that is Google has indexed the non-www version, but has not indexed the www version. So your Mr. Locks is basically telling Google with their GBP that their homepage, their GBP landing page, is a page that's not indexed, okay? This is a technical setup error that they 100% need to fix. They almost certainly will see a good bump in rank if they do this, okay? So 100% they need to fix this. It should be very easy to fix. They fix that. They add some more content to their homepage. They really quite easily should be able to break into the top 3 of the maps, okay? I'm glad I looked at that. I'm glad I saw that. Like 100% Mr. Locks, some small easy things you can do to rank significantly better than they are. Like I said, you got the hard stuff right. Behind the building super, the #1 recommended locksmith by ChatGPT, which is fabulous. Plus they got the highly sought after 212 phone number. I mean, come on, K&D with the 646. Come on. If you're in New York, you know what I'm talking about, of course. Who wants a 646, right? All right, so just for fun, let's take a look at maybe Sunny Locksmith. So they're in Manhattan. I don't want to look at Bolt Locksmith because they're in Brooklyn. So I'm going to take a look at Sunny Locksmith. They're also in Manhattan, but they're ranked pretty far down, pretty far down. That's probably like the 29th location, something like that. So let's take a look. Locksmith NYC in the title tag, looks like they got it. Their H1 is Sunny Locksmith, so kind of a fail there. And the H1, we really want to use the primary category, we want to use the city name, and we want to start talking to the visitor who just landed on your page. They haven't done that, they've just repeated their business name. Obvious, easy, fast improvement. 917 number, not as good as 212, but better than a 646. All right, and the hero image, this looks very amateur, if I'm being honest. Like the website just doesn't look very good. Okay, I do like seeing these. We immediately start a history lesson on the business. I talked about before, business history lessons typically don't convert very well. When somebody needs a locksmith, they don't want to read a history lesson about your business. They want a locksmith. And it just goes on and on and on. Boy, they have the opposite problem. And then we just have a random bunch of service areas that we've decided to enter in here. Like what happens if I click on one? Upper East Side Locksmith. So it looks like it's the exact same content. They've just replaced Upper East Side for NYC. This didn't really work a few years ago, and it definitely doesn't work now. With AI helping you write content, there's absolutely no excuse to have this type of copy replace content. Google is going to see it as spammy. These need to be rewritten. Not as challenging as it seems. AI will help you do this fairly quickly, and you can write all of this content and be fresh and linked and talk about hyper-local specific details for all of these different neighborhoods. This would take maybe a day or two to redo all of these to be focused on hyper-local specific details that actually work. But this is not how we do SEO. right? This is what we focus on inside AI SEO Mastery, my school group. There's a link in the description. There's real audits, real listings, real markets. It's not theory. So if you want to learn how to do this for your clients or your own business, there's a link in the description. But I will tell you that this is not how we build relevance for geographic service areas. We look at the local rank map and we produce hyper-local articles based on what the rank map is telling us. We don't just take the shotgun approach of producing content for every single area, okay? This just doesn't work anymore, and honestly, it didn't work very well 5-10 years ago, back when it did sort of work. Okay, and then we go straight to an FAQ. So it looks like they might be hiring mediocre to bad SEO company. They've done a lot of the things that ChatGPT might tell you to do for SEO that, sound good, but don't actually work. We do have GBP embed. That's good to see. We have these review embeds. These review embeds, I mentioned this earlier, these need to go much, much higher on the page. They should go right below the fold. Social proof is hugely powerful. All of these services they provide, these should be higher on the page. Why is it so far down? Curious as to how big the website is. 116. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense for Sunny Locksmith here. The website just looks very dated. Style of SEO that they've done. I don't know if they did this 10 years ago or if ChatGPT suggested this, but that's kind of the style of SEO that they're doing. This sort of, sounds good in theory, but doesn't actually generate results. Relatively small fixes that they could make. Reorganize the GBP landing page to be much more focused on the core services and the secondary categories. I literally do this in the school community with a real client. You can watch me break down exactly how to rewrite a GBP landing page so that it's better for Google, it's better for Google's AI, and it's better for ChatGPT. They could use that help. And they need help with proper topical relevance and building geographical relevance. So Sunny, there's a reason they're ranked so low. They have some work to do. All right, let's see if we can look at one more just for fun. How about this one? 408 reviews, 4.9 stars, and they're ranked like 28th, something like that. Boy, look at how long this site is taking to load, right? Like this is a while. Wow, it's still loading. It's been like 30 seconds. This is the site? Now, this is USA Locksmith Service. The site took 45 seconds to load and it looks like this. That would make me feel even worse for poor Sunny Locksmith down here because this site is outranking them. I mean, doesn't that just make you feel bad for them? It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad. Like, look at this. What is this? What is that? I don't know what to say. Like, I truly do not know what to say. Clearly, there's some significant issues. Oh, there we go. Boy. That seriously took 2 minutes. What? I've never seen that before. It just suddenly clicked into place and loaded. Oh, man. Okay, they clearly have some serious technical issues with their site. Often for local businesses, I say that load speed isn't like critically important. If your load speed takes 2 minutes, it's critically important that you fix it, okay? Load speed isn't critically important if you take like 5 seconds instead of 3 seconds. But 2 minutes? 2 minutes needs to be fixed, okay? You can't have load speed that takes 2 minutes. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Okay, title tag. They don't have NYC in the title tag. They don't have NYC in the H1. They have their address there. I don't see it elsewhere. Their email address is a Gmail. Not great. Does it say across the USA? Across the USA? What? I'm so confused. So I like this site. It feels so buggy. I'm trying to scroll down and it keeps hopping back up again. What a mess. Like this is not bad, but it's kind of weird that they're all 92%. This feels made up. I mean, if they're going to make up data, they should make it up so that it is like different, not all exactly 92%. That looks kind of shady to me. We provide best locksmith services. Cool. Some real wordsmith in there, huh? What New York customers say about us, blank. And now it's across New York and surrounding it. Did AI just build this website and nobody read it or something? Like this is so weird. Oh, look, I hit the bottom and it scrolls up again. I hit the button. It's like it bounces. It's like, look, I'm not, no hands, no hands. Moving on from there, right? Okay, so yeah, if you think that like Locksmith NYC was bad, wait until you see what's happening in the food niche. Check out what happens when you search Gumbo New Orleans during Mardi Gras. 1 million people on the streets, cell towers failing, and every single one of them searching for the best gumbo they could find. I break down how a dive bar in the French Quarter can outrank a 5-star legend with 10 times the budget. Go watch that video here.